Benchmarking Learning Nugget number 3. See how Mr. Fox and his team select relevant information sources, collect and normalize data to perform a gap analysis.
The team is all excited to kick off the benchmarking project. To begin with, they need reliable data. So Max and his analysts evaluate different information sources. At first, they gather internally available data to set a reference point to compare with. After an extensive desktop research, Max consults select external sources like financial analysts, industry publications, and infobrokers for competitor-specific information. A legal consultant supports in creating a set of compliant questions to use for the external benchmarking survey. For Max, it is very important to have a data collection plan to be able to track and organize all collected information. He differentiates between primary and secondary data sources and documents the notes taken during his site visits, the desktop research results, and the feedback gathered from infobrokers and other data sources. After lots of planning, Max and the analysts actually start the data collection together with a legal advisor. Together, they identify the do's and don'ts before contacting their info sources. The benchmarking code of conduct helps in this critical phase. It explains the 7 principles on how to conduct a benchmarking project. The legal advisor points out that all internal information has to be approved before submitting it to external partners, and that in some cases, a non-disclosure agreement may have to be signed. Phew! Isn't it amazing how much information was delivered by the various data sources and how complex the data is? To identify and analyze the differences, the pieces of information have to be made comparable. The analysts find out that the number of employees varies heavily. They wonder why there are such big gaps in the numbers. A root cause analysis shows that the headcount is differently calculated. In some instances, it includes temporary workers, in others it doesn't. One partner has a 40-hour, another a 35 or a 42-hour week. Are interns considered or not? How to deal with part-time workers? Once the data is comparable and the team has understood the differences, they consolidate the findings in a gap analysis. Since some of the figures are qualitative and future-oriented in nature, Max chooses a spider chart to visualize the results of the gap analysis. Together with the whole team, Max selects the gaps with the biggest improvement potential: a new portfolio element for afternoon sessions, a partner program, improved facility design including attractions, and a staff training. Based on the identified improvement potential, the analysts derive concrete levers that help turn the afternoon business around. In a fishbone diagram, they list possible improvement actions. They also perform an effort impact analysis.
Check out Learning Nugget number 4, Scenario-Based Simulation, Action Definition and Implementation, to learn about a methodology to test the validity of your strategic direction or improvement levers, and how to identify and implement your actions.